today's rebuild, we have traveled into the future 10 seasons, and we have picked 2 teams to be from these top 5 leagues for another 5-year rebuild. So all the players are going to be 10 years older. There's going to be a lot of new gens, and this one is going to be a lot of fun. But where are we going? Well, we've had a scan around all the different leagues, and one nation stands out as a little bit more interesting than the others.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
And that is in Spain.
Yeah.
And the reason why is these 2 teams here, 3rd and 4th place, Girona and Real Betis.
Yes, quite.
They've done very well for themselves.
I like the look of it, really. So, can we split the top 2?
Exactly. That's the main task. With Barcelona and Real Madrid still above them for now, with Barcelona
a long way as well.
winning the league, only losing 1 game to Real Madrid. That's going to be our task. Dad is taking over Girona. I'm taking over Real Betis. Let's see how we get on in our first summer transfer window. And here is your reminder how points are won and lost in Versus Rebuilds. Okay, so we both had somewhat of a good transfer budget. You had slightly more than me.
Yeah.
And you've used it really well. Now, we'll introduce the full squads in a second, because obviously we're 10 years into the future, so it's going to be a very different Girona and Real Betis side. But let's have a look at the transfer window to begin with. I think we both had the same weakness, centre-backs.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
We had either old centre-backs or crap centre-backs.
Yeah.
So we've both spent majority of our budgets on that. You've brought in one from Bayer Leverkusen.
Yep.
A good German centre-back, 24 years of age. Very good pace, very good mentals. It's 5'11".
Looks good as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks decent.
Yeah.
But it was an £80 million signing. It was a lot of money.
He'll do me the 5 years, I think. So
Okay.
he's one for the future.
Nico Schlotterbeck, though.
This one was for now.
Yeah.
I so a week I was in the defence, and after spending 80 million on one player, I didn't have a lot left then. So I had to get this player in, and I used him before, and I know he can be good. So
Still good for 34.
very right, yeah. So I'm happy with that.
Only for £5 million as
Yeah.
well. Stayed at Dortmund the whole
even
time.
if it's 1 or 2 seasons, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. Alexandro, right back. This was an August signing. You needed a right back.
Yes.
He's come in.
Oh, this guy looks good, doesn't he?
He does. His physicals are fantastic. 26 years of age. Stayed in Brazil a long time.
Yeah, he did, yeah. He should do me my 5 seasons, so I'm happy with that one.
Absolutely. So, I mean, in Spain, of course, you're allowed to have 3 non-EU players, but I think it's every nation other than England for some reason. It's like once you spent 2 years in Spain, you get Spanish citizenship. So a lot of these Brazilian players or Portuguese, or no, not Portuguese, but non-EU players, when they come to Spain, if they spend 2 years, then they're classed as Spanish and you can get away with signing more. So Alexandra is one of your non-EU players, but after 2 seasons, he ain't going to count towards that registration-wise. You also sold a player here who left, a centre-back there, because of course you brought in 2 better options.
Yeah.
And tactically, Dad, you've gone for this. It's an asymmetric style of tactic.
Yes.
Let's have a look at your squad, because you've got some standout players. We both have.
definitely,
This is the reason why they've done quite well.
Yes.
2 of them are in your midfield. So you've got Castro, a cracking centre midfielder.
25 as well, so that's ideal. That's a good midfielder for me for the 5 seasons.
Very good. He come through the Girona Youth Academy as well.
eh?
Yeah, that's the. Oh, you love that, didn't you?
Yeah, one of our own.
Aguirre, who is a centre attacking midfielder.
Oh,
Look
this
at
guy
that.
is so good, isn't he?
Look at that.
Yes.
I can see why now when I said, which one would you like to be? You went, I'll be Girona. There was a reason for it, and I think it was those 2 players right there. Again, from the Youth Academy.
Even better, eh?
Yeah.
God.
So the rest of the side is still nothing to be sniffed at. I mean, Romero's up there,
He looks a
decent
good striker
striker.
as well, and a young guy.
Rocker, who's still a real player, 29 years of age. Aspria again from Watford.
This is probably another weakness I've got here, but I mean, his age as well as against him as well.
Yeah.
So that's a position I've got to look at in the future, I think.
Okay, you've got Kwame there, who's a centre defensive midfielder.
Yeah, another
Good enough.
Yeah.
Of course, the 2 strikers that we've seen already, Alexandra as well. Gutierrez is still at the club.
He's still good even at that age. So
Yeah.
I'm like that. I'll get 2 seasons out of him, I feel.
All right, and then the goalkeeper Marcelini, who is a decent goalkeeper,
He looks
really.
good as well, yeah.
Argentinian. But as you can see, there's a lot of players here who are on the bench as well. None of them who are like massive standout players. A couple of them you will recognise, but maybe if they play a prominent fixture, we'll be introducing to them in time. But let's have a look at my transfer window. As I mentioned, I also needed a centre-back. I went for a one from Toulouse in Del Piero, £65 million. It's really the only signing I made outside of 2 other free transfers. 21 as well. It was a very big deal, but 6'6", 19 jumper reach, 18 bravery. Oh,
he's good.
Yes, please. £65 million. Got himself a goal already. I bet it was with his head.
No, 100%.
Matisse Del Piero comes in. Now, the other 2 signings was, again, free transfers, just to give me a little bit of squad depth, because I think that's mainly my main weakness, is the fact that I might have a good squad, but there's not enough of them. I also sold Santiago Mourinho because I needed to bring in Del Piero, and I didn't have that much money. So now I've only got, that was, as you can see, I scraped past what I actually needed. And tactically, I'm going for a 4-4-2. Now, I've been loving the 4-4-2s lately. I've got this guy Silva up front, which you will recognize, Gabriel Silva. He's only 27, and he looks this good.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he doesn't get into the team. I don't know why. After scoring 12 goals last season from his £4 million
Started well
move.
already, ain't he?
Yeah, so he's already got a couple this season too. Best 11 pick takes him out of the team because of Diao, who is in the side. He's nowhere near as good up front for me. So
No.
that's the change I'm going to
And
make.
what's funny of them is the value of the two players as well. That Diao was
Vastly
worth
different.
twice as much.
Yeah, crazy.
Take the money, didn't you? Sell him.
Nascimento is my other striker. He's going to be my main striker, and you can see why. Although he is 30,
Yeah.
so he is in there. We've got Bergkamp, not Dennis. It's Christian Bergkamp. Maybe it's Dennis's his son. Maybe he likes flying.
Yeah.
But he's in there. But my standout players, I think, is my goalkeeper and my CDM. So my CDM is De Wert, who's a deep line playmaker. He's world class, in my
Yeah.
opinion. He's fantastic. 25 years of age, came through the youth academy.
We've inherited some good
We
midfielders,
have.
haven't
Thanks,
we?
man. You can see why they've done well.
Yeah.
I will say, though, the AI is terrible for not signing enough young players. I feel like both our squads are bloated with players who are
Yeah.
around about 30, which means we've got a really good rebuild on our hands, because although these sides have done well and we're needing to push them to the next bit, the side's going to look very different in a couple of years because of the amount of players who are older or too old. Pedro Gil, though, my goalkeeper, is my second best player in my opinion. He looks fantastic. 25-year-old Spaniard from the youth academy again.
So any good player that we've got has come from our youth academy.
Four in total for
Yeah.
us. Abdi, who was, of course, at the club at the start of the game, 32 years of age now. He'll do for another season or two. Jean Carlos at left back there. We obviously already mentioned my centre back. You can see the right back and left centre back that you probably have seen before. Let's then have a look at the schedule, because we have started the season both quite well, although I have lost the game to Alaves at home. Shouldn't be losing that.
No.
But I did beat Bilbao 3-0.
Yeah, good result.
5-0 against Leganes at the start of the season as well, so that was good. I got Barcelona next, which is tricky. We've both got Champions League football, which is interesting straight from the off. You can see my fixtures here, and of course you might be like, oh yeah, Napoli's really good with Victor Osimhen. Like, no longer there. It's 10 years in the future. We don't know what these sides are like.
That's right,
They could
yeah.
be very different. Enzo Maresca, though, still at Chelsea, although it's an old face pack that we've got there. In terms of the league, though, before we have a look at Dad's fixtures, I do want to have a look at the managers of Real Madrid and Barcelona, because Carlo Ancelotti's no longer around. It's Didier Deschamps. Again, it's an old face pack, but it's Didier Deschamps. That's a difficult manager to be facing. Barcelona, Vincent Kompany.
That's interesting, yeah.
He's probably had a cracking career. Bayern
Yeah.
Munich, from Burnley to Bayern Munich to Barcelona. He only manages clubs beginning with a B. Boca Juniors next. Or he's really terrible at making his way through the alphabet, because he went Anderlecht, Burnley. He's like, can't remember what's next. That's how the world is looking. Let's have a look at your fixtures then, Dad. Because you've also started well,
Started really
but
well.
again, one loss to a
Yeah.
team you shouldn't be losing to. A win against Celta Vigo, a win against Sporting Gijon, and you beat Real Madrid in a testimonial.
Yeah. I was pleased with that result. must admit.
93rd minute
Yeah.
winner there.
But it don't mean a lot, so...
Nah, testimonials, they usually just play a random bunch of players as well, don't they? Your Champions League fixtures are both the Milans in the last two games.
A little bit easier than yours, I
Coming off the back of a Galatasaray match.
Yeah, but I'm at home, so I don't
Yeah.
mind that.
Barcelona and Dortmund in the middle there.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one, but I think it's a little bit easier than yours.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's see then. First season, you know how the points work. We're 10 years into the future. Let's finish the first season and see how this one played out. Season number 1. And I've taken a slight lead there.
Yeah.
75
I'm
points.
so disappointed with my finish in that one.
Look at that end.
I was doing so well.
That is poor. Go on past positions. Look at the little switch. You were first for a while, second for the
a long
majority
time.
of the season.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, bang.
I'll picture at the post there, because I never got higher than third. After the first game, never got higher than third. So I really came in at the end there and stole it from you, considering I beat you in the
5
end by
points as
5
well.
points. Real Madrid, though, unbeaten season. Unbeaten season.
That's gone behind Barcelona. He lost one game last season.
Yeah. So we are in a very tricky time.
So nothing changes there then, really, is it?
It's still really difficult in terms of the El Clasico side.
That was what the challenge was all about, though. Splitting these two teams up.
But we still managed to hold on to where they were. And that's the most important thing. Yeah. Matkovic was the top scorer there, who is at Atletico Madrid. We got Gabriel Silva, who's up there. So that was a good little move from me nailing him in. But your goalkeeper, Dad, had the most clean sheets across the season.
Pleased with that.
Good start for him. Okay, cup competitions then. Winning the cups is going to be crucial. Or actually, we need to check who beat each other. Because, of course, I got the point for finishing higher. But you beat me in one game, 1-0. The other game was a draw. So you got another point back there. It's 1-1 right now. But, of course, winning the Copa del Rey, which is your favourite cup.
It is, yeah. I do like this cup.
Do you like the look of it?
Yeah.
If we win that, that's going to be really crucial. Because I can't see us getting many league titles in this 5 years. Can we win a cup?
Come on.
No, I mean, it's on mine anyway, but you're cheering.
Oh, I've been jumping then, wouldn't I? Yeah. That's what I've done last time. No, I thought I'd won and I cheered and ringing.
I just cheered. I think it was. Didn't realise it was
so
Arsenal.
much stick off that, wouldn't I?
And deservedly so.
Yeah.
Right, folks. Fourth round by Getafe, round of 16 by Chelsea. Let's have a look at yours. This time you can cheer, unless you're beaten by Arsenal, but you have got nothing to cheer about. Quarter-final by Bilbao. Unfortunately for you, Barcelona went on to win it by the looks of it. They beat Bilbao in the final.
Oh, that's even worse, isn't it?
Round of 16 by Barcelona in that one as well.
Yeah.
So where I was getting knocked out by Chelsea, you were getting knocked out by Barcelona. So let's have a look then at the league phase. We both finished in the same category where we had to play the playoff. I won 5, lost 3. I lost to Arsenal, Chelsea and Napoli. 5 I won. I beat PSG, which is good.
Good result, yeah.
Beat Ajax at home. That was good as well. You won 3 games, Dad. Galatasaray, Dynamo Kiev, Salzburg. Drew against both Milans.
So I finished well, really.
Yeah. 1-1 in both
in the
games.
middle that lost me, look.
Yeah, and you lost against Dortmund, Barcelona, and Genoa.
That's the game that cost me, really.
Yeah. But then we both went into the knockout playoff round. I beat Benfica. I was knocking out Juve 8-4. So that was an entertaining one in the knockout playoff round. But there we go. No trophies, season number 1. Let's have a look at the goals and statistics, goals-wise for yourself, Dad. Enric Romero, your striker, managed to bag himself 22. The really good centre attacking midfielder got 15 and 13. Better, yeah. No one else getting a lot.
A bit disappointed with the rest of them, though. So.
Yeah. You know what he's going to do. Let's have a look at the transfer budget. We've got £25 million in there, but a very high wage. So it's probably, you can stick that right up, I think, by the looks of it. How did I get on? 26 goals from Gabriel Silva, 25 from Nascimento. Happy with that.
50 between 2 strikers is good.
Yeah, and then I've got 14 coming off the wings there. So really good. Really good. Even Bergkamp, who was on the other wing, got 17 assists and 10 goals. So I'm happy with that. Transfer budget. 21 million. Have I got poor finances? Yeah, I've got poor finances by the looks of it. Okay, as expected in Spain, the finances are never amazing unless you're at the big 2.
You only get 80% of the selling things as well.
Yeah, at the minute I'm not getting that much. Ooh. So I might be in for a bit of a tough time here going into season number 2. But the points are fairly easy to remember in season number 1. It's 1 apiece. 1 for Dad beating me, 1 for me finishing higher. So let's crack on and have a look what we do in season number 2. All right, on the outs, we've got a few players leaving the club here for little bits of money. You also lost the goalkeeper there, £33 million.
It was a good price for him, but I was a bit disappointed I lost him, really.
Yeah, but you did bring in another goalkeeper.
Yes.
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course I did, yeah. Half the price as well, so I was pleased with that.
Yeah,
just as good as well, I feel.
Yeah, he's decent goalkeeper from Argentina. Lost one Argentinian goalkeeper, brought in another.
Well, he told him that was a good team to go to, didn't he?
Yeah, of course he did, yeah. You got a couple of free transfers as well. One free transfer there from Chelsea. He looks great. Yes. He looks really good.
Yeah.
Uruguayan there, so nice.
Good freebie, really, isn't it?
You've had to loan him out.
Yes. Foreign player got caught on it again, didn't I?
None of you. There was too many. One Argentinian goalkeeper coming in. There was another Uruguayan player coming in. Then guess who signed an English player? Not Roy Hodgson. Ray Hodgson.
Yeah.
So, little younger than Roy. Maybe it's his great-grandson.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
But he's a good right winger.
Yes. I mean, like I said earlier, that was my sort of weak position, I felt. So got someone in to fill that position in.
Fantastic right winger.
Yeah.
£14 million, though. This, I think, is your best signing. Federico Casagrande.
Yes.
What a player he is.
Yeah. Good signing, that is.
Very good pressing forward.
He's got everything in him.
I mean, they rate him as a 2.5 star. I'm looking at him going, where's his weakness? Because he looks really fantastic.
What I like about it as well, he's got that little bit of aggression as well. I do like that.
17
striker.
aggression, good
Yes.
work rate, great technique. Where's his weakness, really? Like, decision making of 13? I think that's been very harsh. And he's got 3 goals in 4
games
so far.
14 million for that. That's
Yeah,
a bargain.
So, on the other side of things, though, you spent £65 million then on Paul Barrera from Villarreal, another centre-back.
Like I said, the one I signed last season, probably 1 season, maybe 2 seasons.
Schlotterbeck, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to get this guy in, and I feel this is the guy for the future.
Spanish as well, so he's in with the league from Villarreal. Cracking play. He's already got himself a man of the match, which as a centre-back's hard to get, with a goal as well.
Yeah.
£65 million seems worth it after that. Tactically, of course, he's changed it. Gone to this. 4-3-1-2. Defensive winger on one side. You've got the advanced playmaker nailing in Casagrande, who somehow doesn't go up front in this.
Unbelievable, that, isn't it?
Mental. But yeah, the rest of the lineup, if you were to do a best 11 pick, looks like that. So it's basically Curbelo and Romero switch because Curbelo's out on loan and Casagrande goes up front like that. That's how the rest of the side looks.
It's looking good from the forward line. I feel really, really strong. So
yeah,
if I can defend, I've got a good chance this season.
Okay, let's have a look at my transfers in then, because I've also done quite a good bit of business here, I think. A couple of free transfers last season, one this season. Miguel Cunha from Porto. Nothing too special right now. It's just a little bit of a backup. As I mentioned, I've got quite a small squad. £21 million on the outs for Abdi. That was, I needed obviously to make it because I had no money whatsoever. And I think I spent really well considering I've brought in 3 players for the amount of money that I only had of roughly about 35-40 million.
Yeah.
Because I've got Joe Hortense, £10 million, good striker.
Ooh.
Left-footed.
Really good, yeah.
That will do from Inter Milan. Diego Ismero from Fluminense, £11.5 million. Plays naturally as the left-sided player, which is, of course, what I'm using. But physically, phenomenal. Like, when you can see
he's quick.
He's quick and really good agility and balance. You just know, get him to dribble more and you'll be absolutely fine. Marcelo is the final player that's came in there. He is just a good backup option for that left-back or that left-sided centre-back.
Both-footed as well, so it's good.
Both
and he's a
footed,
left-footed,
yeah.
so which is hard to get some dumbs.
6'5", going alongside my 6'6" defender. I've got some monsters at the back, and I'm happy about it. And I'm actually going to nail him in, because I think he needs the game time more than anybody. And when I don't do that, it picks somebody else in, Zeze, who's 30 and doesn't exactly need the game time right now.
No.
And apparently they're just as good. So putting Marcelo in there is the obvious choice to me, considering he's only 24. Let's give him some game time this year and see how that one plays out. We had a good year last year. We didn't have a lot of money. We need to kind of still build on what we had with the minimal resources that we have. But what I have realised after the transfer window is closed, I've only got one keeper. So Pedro Gil gotta survive this whole season, mate, or else we're kind of screwed.
See, that's the difference between me and you, innit? First position I always check's the keeper.
Yeah. I went to buy one, but apparently they were like, well, we've all gone to Girona.
Yeah.
Let's have a look then at my schedule, how I started the season. I've already played Real Madrid and I got battered 4-1. And I lost to Real Sociedad 4-1 as well. So two bad results inside of 2 5-0s.
You just don't know what you're doing, do you?
No. We're like, oh, great game. We're unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been battered 4-1. Oh, fantastic game. We won again 5-0. We've just been battered again 4-1. So I don't know where I'm coming or going, but it's one of those starts. Champions League fixtures. I've got a really easy Champions League. Like, it's so easy. That middle part, like, I should be obliterating all of those sides.
Let's just go back and see how you get on against Tottenham then, do we?
But then the last two, I mean, you've got to play the best team in Germany and then the best team in London.
Ooh.
I can say that as a neutral.
Me and you are falling out of your big stuff. I hope I'll give you a right tanking this season.
We'll have to see. All right, let's have a look at your fixtures, Dad. Okay, so you've had a good start, but you have lost to Rayo Vallecano.
Yes, very disappointed.
You had 2 players sent off, though.
And
that's what's cost you because they scored 2 goals after.
Yeah. So, that's a bad result, isn't it?
That is bad because you had a good cracking start.
Yes.
Really.
Doing really well there.
Your Champions League fixtures look like this. You've got to play Real Madrid. So last season you had to play Barcelona. This season you had to play Real Madrid.
Dortmund and Spurs as well.
You got Dortmund and Spurs and this Austrian side that we've both had to play.
Yeah, I've got a really hard one here now. PSG in the middle of it as well. Real Madrid, Dortmund, Tottenham. Oh, God. I'm a lot harder than yours.
Let's see how you get on against Tottenham.
Yeah, I'm playing them at the Tottenham Stadium as well, though. So.
All right. Well, makes it harder, does it? You tell that to Man United. Don't matter where they play them. We're still shite. Let's have a look. Second season. Let's simulate it. See what happens. Second season. Yes. Split the two.
Yes, well done. Yeah,
Split
comfortably
the
as well
two.
from
Yeah.
Barcelona, really.
Yeah, really. 5 points away from them.
I mean,
You're only just behind them.
Yeah, I mean, we knew Real Madrid were on a good run when they ended up losing 3 games.
Yeah.
So 3 games over 2 seasons they lost, really, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
So
One of
not
them
bad.
was against me, Madrid,
well done.
Barcelona. But yeah, you're only 76 points, 2 points behind Barcelona. You were nearly there, splitting them as well.
I got closer, yeah.
Had a cracking end to the season.
Yeah.
I actually had a bad end of the season because I didn't lose, but I drew 4 out of the 5 games and won 1. So, I mean, I drew against Barcelona in there and Atletico Madrid, but beat Bilbao 5-0 again. It's just so inconsistent. What about against each other? I lost 5 games in total, didn't lose to you. And I didn't draw any either, meaning beat you twice. That's 3 points straight away there. That's a bit of a kick, that one.
I need to win the cup then, don't I?
Absolutely. So, profile of the league. Mateus Nunes is the joint top scorer with Ansu Fati. Romero there for you is getting a really good average rating. Then Nunes is also got, or Nascimento, sorry. Mateus Nascimento has the most player of the matches across the season. Pedro Gil, second highest amount of clean sheets. Behind Real Madrid's McKenna, Callum McKenna, the Scottish goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I've never seen him get that good. I know he's got a decent potential, but I've never seen him get that good. So,
No.
yeah, let me know if you've ever used
One
him.
to remember for the future then, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, when you're doing a save 10 years into the future. Yeah, he looks decent. Okay, we're on Real Betis. Have I won the cup? That'll be interesting. No. Quarterfinal. Lens in the Champions League. Quarterfinal loss to both Racing Start in the cup, which is bad, and Lens in the Champions League.
Hey, they
That's
just
bad.
beat
That's
Real
poor.
Madrid.
Yeah, but
recently.
that's still poor. That's still poor in this. No matter how good they are, actually. I mean, actually, to be fair, they've just won the French league.
Yeah.
Wow. PSG down at 5th. Title holders before was Rennes. Good God. Feel
It
sick.
just goes to show they are a really good side.
We need to
I've
get
been
rid of the
saying this
league
for
so
years.
we don't
They're
have
really
to
good.
see it.
I mean, when I've done my rebuild with them, they were the best team
They
in
won
France.
it twice, though. Oh, feels. Do you know, I would have restarted the whole thing if I realised that. If I realised that they have won the league, I'd have restarted this whole 10-year sim, and we'd have done a different 10 years.
But in
Anyway,
France, make sure they didn't win it.
yeah. Yeah, get rid of France so we didn't even know the winners. Anyway, in the Champions League, I didn't do too well against Lens. And in the quarterfinal of the Copa del Rey, I also
Got a
didn't do
chance, then.
too well.
Got a
So,
chance.
did you go on and win any of those competitions? No. Barcelona and Real Madrid, the El Clasico sides, are just knocking you out.
Yeah.
Quarterfinal by Barcelona is where we both were eliminated. You lost 2-0, I lost 2-1 to a second division side, the only one left in there, so that's really poor for me. Sociedad went on to win that one. Round of 16, though, was where you lost against Real Madrid. I beat Rennes, though. Come on.
You can't write this,
The
can you?
finger guns came out for that one. I was so excited. And then, of course, I went into the quarterfinal and lost to Lens. But anyway, knockout playoff round. Neither of us were in that one, which means... Wow. We both did well.
Yeah.
You lost 2 games in total, Dad. You lost to Tottenham.
4-1, I got hammered.
5-1 against
Oh,
Spurs.
come on, I've got to see a loss for you.
6 wins in total, though. And you beat Real Madrid. Yeah, so that was decent. I lost 2 games. Still beat Spurs. Yes! Drew a game to Eintracht Frankfurt and beat Spurs 2-0. Easy. Cracking game. Love that. So Real Madrid actually went on to win the whole thing by the looks of it. And history, by the way, it has been very weird because Arsenal have won it 3 times. And of course, they've never won the Champions League, much to my dad's dismay. Man City have won it a few times as well since, but Real Madrid are knocking around there a few times, as they always do. They always tend to win it at least a couple of times a decade, don't they? If they go 10 years without winning it, they start having withdrawal symptoms. So they've already won it once this decade, so they're doing all right. Once or twice? I can't remember. Okay, goals being scored. 22 goals for Casagrande. That was a good little lock-in from you.
Yes.
He is wanted, though. His value's really low. Oh, he's got a minimum fee release clause of £42 million. You better be offering him a new contract.
I'll try to change that, don't I?
I might even activate it.
I'm a bit disappointed with the rest of my strikers and all that, you know?
Yeah,
so.
well, did you play... You did play 2 up front. Yeah, where's the other striker? Didn't seem to get that much.
No.
I mean, Aguirre, who's like your attacking midfielder, has had a good season.
Again, yeah.
Ray Hodgson has a cracking season with 23 assists. Roy will be happy with that one. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing, actually.
Yeah.
Transfer budget, £38 million. Good wage on it, though, so you can go up to 45, maybe. Let's have a look at Real Betis. How do we do? 25 goals from Nascimento. Hortense got 23, so that's decent. Marcelo, have you developed anything? Oh, yeah, you think you're a little bit better. A little bit better. I'm all right with that. My transfer budget, though... It's not good, is it? 27 million to finish in second in the league. And the budget's better. 95% transfer revenue if I do decide to sell any players. That's not too bad.
We're not winning anything though, are we? So really,
no, I guess. All right, so the points are nice and easy again because I won an extra 3 points there, which means the total points are Omega Luke with 4 and Omega Dad with 1. Guys, there's a chance to come meet me and 4 other Football Manager creators and watch us on a Football Manager panel at the London MCM Comic Con or the EGX convention, which is amalgamated into one this year, the London XL Arena, which will be taking place on the final weekend of October, which is a half-term weekend, October the 27th, which is the Sunday. I'll be there the whole weekend, so you might bump into me in and around all of the conventions, but the Football Manager panel is on the Sunday at 1:55, and there's a meet and greet after. So come along, say hi, enjoy the whole weekend, but make sure you get to that panel and come and say hello in the meet and greet. I look forward to seeing you. Okay, we are both struck by some minimum fee release clauses.
Yes.
Daz was actually in January, and we've only just realised it happened. But that's the unfortunate events of simulating seasons. You don't see those types of things. I lost mine on the 11th of August. It was Victor Castillo, which was my right back. Unfortunately, went to AC Milan, which meant the last signing I had to make was a right back, and he eventually took so long it came in on deadline day. First of the night from Getafe, £27 million. Nowhere near as good as Castillo, but it's as good as what I could get. Now, Aguirre also joined on a free transfer. He's a decent winger. Spanish. Unai Goni, £40 million. And I managed to do that because I sold quite a lot of players. Asan Diao went for $20 million. Duraziano went on a free £90 million for Bergkamp as well. And £10 million for Mateus Nascimento. 32 years of age. It's time for him to go, in my opinion. But I have replaced him. I've replaced him so well as well. But first off, Unai Goni from Athletic Bilbao. £40 million. Activating a release clause. Decent physicals. Just kind of I'm playing like defensive wingers, so he's a very good defensive winger because he's got like 10 for tackling and decent attributes for it. But you look at him and go, he's not amazing, but he's done very well to begin with. 2 goals, 4 assists in 4 games. Just goes to show how good that defensive winger is on Football Manager. Start using them, please. Now, the players or the other ones that I've signed, 2 free transfers, 1 right midfielder, now that I won't have to use, and this man who is a free transfer goalkeeper because I needed to bring in a backup goalkeeper, of course. I only had one last season. He's fantastic. Already up to 63 million. He was a free transfer.
Bargain,
but my main signing this summer is Carles Such, who is Valencia's #1 striker for £40 million. He's fantastic, although he got himself injured at the start of the season, as they always seem to do.
40 million is already worth 120 odd.
Yes.
God.
Release clause
He
again.
is good.
Fantastic player. Great pace, acceleration, off the ball and finishing. £41 million. Has got 4 goals in 4 games with 2 assists. Good
Goodbye.
stuff. Very good stuff.
Yes.
Keeping with the same tactic. I don't need to change it. I don't need to lock anybody in. I've done very well, I think, in building this squad. Both my strikers are now injured, though, so great start to the season. But let's have a look at what you've done in the transfer window, Dad. So as we mentioned, you did lose a player last year, which was Enric Romero in the January, as you can see on deadline day. 36 million. That's why he didn't have that second striker.
Yeah.
Although he didn't play a lot. Actually, no, sorry, he did actually. He got 11 goals in 21 games. That was from last season at Bayern. Didn't play a lot for Bayern, which makes it even more annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you spend £36 million on him for 4 appearances off the bench and 1 start? But there we go. They don't have Harry Kane anymore. This is 10 years in the future. The signings that you did make, though, Dad, as you can see here, you've made 3 straight off the bat. We've got Cellini, who is a
left
good
back.
defender.
Yeah, I knew though the left back was getting quite old now, so I had to get him in.
Yeah, £33 million. Buchta from Basel. 13 million.
Yeah.
That's a good player.
Yes, pleased with this guy. So.
A winger who likes to beat the offside trap.
Yeah.
Very rare you see them, but I like them. And Jose Venegas. Guess who signed a player from Rennes? Didn't realise he was Costa Rican and a non-EU player. So you had to loan him out to Heidenheim.
I wasn't too worried about that one because he was for the future, so I can afford to have him out for a season, like the other striker that I got out for a season. So.
I goes to Dad, I was like, you got too many non-EU players now. He went, how have I? I went, because of this guy here. You went, I ain't signed him. I was like, yes you did. Honestly, if we ever did a behind-the-scenes video, it would be so funny. It would be hilarious. Maybe we'll have to do it one day for Patreon or for channel members. But those are the only signings that you made. You loaned out both of him and Cubello, who has gone to Bayern Munich. He had an unbelievable season last year when you sent him to Napoli. 10 goals in 29 games. That was only 14 starts, but the development was insane.
Yeah.
So he's gone on loan to Bayern Munich.
I mean, they wanted to buy him, didn't they? So there's no
Yeah.
way I'm gonna sell him.
They were offering about 70 million.
Yeah.
But you got plans for him.
Yes.
Once you can register more players as non-EU.
That's right. Yeah.
As you can see here, they do have an optional fee of £109 million.
Well, I'll just put it in there because if they're going to be silly and give me 109 million, then
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, especially when he has a release clause of 85. It's kind of like, oh, don't see that. You can sign for 109 if you want. Let's have a look then at tactics. You've gone to this, of course, from last season, sticking with it.
Yes.
Very surprised by that. But Chiellini goes at left back.
Yeah, so he wasn't my best left back because
Yeah.
the old guy that was still there
Gutierrez,
goes in.
he
Yeah,
goes
I mean,
in.
because he is good, but I think, well, you got to put him in sooner or later. So get him in now. I'm getting ready for the last 2 seasons, so hopefully I have a good season because my strike force is still good here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Cabello's not in there. You would have to be using Castillo or Porte, somebody like that. But yeah, still good.
Yes.
That Casagrande is doing very well for
Yeah.
you. And at the start of the season, you have won 3
Started
out
well.
of 4.
Yeah.
Drew against Tenerife.
I'm a bit disappointed with that
But you had
game.
a player sent off in the second minute.
Whenever
That was
I-
Matey's debut as well.
Whenever I have him ringing a sending off, it costs me badly in the game, doesn't it?
Second minute
Yeah.
of his debut. Osasuna 4-1. You got 3-1 against Almeria and 3-1 against Getafe. Good start to the season. Let's have a look at the transfer league, the Champions League, sorry. A little bit better, but again, you've got Dortmund and Real Madrid. I feel like that's like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
And Bayern Munich. So that's going to be an intriguing one. Both the Turkish sides, one home, one away.
I'm just glad that's right at home.
Yeah.
Don't want to go to hell, do we?
No, absolutely not. Let's have a look then at my fixtures after... Well, we've seen my squad already, a schedule. And I've beaten Real Madrid at the Bernabeu.
That's a hell of a result, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was 2-0 up after 8 minutes.
Yeah. My favourite part about this, though, is not the win against Real Madrid or the 8-1 win against Espanyol. No, it's in fact... Carlos Such, after just moving from Valencia to Betis, scores on his debut against Valencia after 21 minutes. So I was buzzing with that one. And a nice little 4-0 win. I've also got to play Galatasaray, Dad.
Oh,
I
you
have got to go away.
hell. Yeah. Ooh.
So that is tricky. I've also got Lazio and Bayern Munich, like yourself. I think you also had Partizan. But I've got a tricky away fixture at Benfica. Then I host Liverpool.
Not easy.
No, definitely not. I think I'll
I mean,
qualify the playoff bit.
You look at Galatasaray, it's a different game going over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
The atmosphere over there is just so versatile. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable, isn't it?
And very intimidating. Okay, season number 3 then. Let's simulate it and see how this one plays out. Season 3! Champions! Come on! Carlos Such, 29 goals. That's got to have played a factor in it.
Yeah, well done.
dominated.
All season, yeah. You can't argue with that.
No.
No.
I was fantastic this season. 91 points, 4 points clear of Barcelona, and I nearly chucked it away at the end. There was a loss in there against Barcelona, so they beat me away from home. Still couldn't catch me, though.
I had a good finish as well, so...
You did? 5 from 5?
Yeah.
You split the 2?
Yeah, I'm pleased with that. I'm quite close to Barcelona as well, so...
Yeah. You were in second at 1 point in behind me. That would have been nice if we finished 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But Barcelona came in at the end there. Bloody hell, Real Madrid were dropped off a little bit, didn't they?
They were
down in 5th for a
Yeah.
while. So I guess Atletico Madrid were filling the void there in between. So it is kind of, we have now become part of this elite group in Spain.
We've got to move on from this, though. That's the thing, isn't it?
Got to step up from this. Carlos Such was the Golden Boot winner just
My
in
God,
front
right
of
behind him.
Casagrande.
Yes.
We've got some cracking players
Oh.
here. This is why I like going 10 years into the future, because these two players obviously would never exist anywhere else.
No.
If you type these two names into your Football Manager saves, they won't be there because they're not facing the game names that I recognise. They're just two elite strikers that we have managed to find in this random generated world, and that's why we love Football Manager.
Player of the match, though. You've got Bellingham there. So go on to him and see what he's like now.
So he is 33 and still probably the best midfielder in the world.
Yeah.
You can't knock him, can you? That's unbelievable. Still at Real Madrid, who probably didn't stick with Deschamps. Graham Potter's now the new manager. How long's that been a thing then? This season.
Yeah.
Actually, Deschamps left. He's got Chelsea. So Maresca's left. The Barcelona manager, though, is Luis Enrique. I love the old face packs just popping up and just having all these old faces still. Other competitions, Real Betis. Have I topped it off with a domestic double or even a Champions League? No. Super Cup I won though. That's quite nice. Beat
Disappointed. I
Barcelona.
didn't beat you in anything there, really. I could have beaten you in the cup.
Semi-final against Real Madrid. Round of 16 by Liverpool. Let's not ruin it
You
and
had?
see where you finished.
Come on.
Have you won it?
Come on.
No. Oh, you had a bad season.
Yes.
Fourth round by Valencia. Fourth in extra time. While I was knocking some team out in the second division 7-0. Wow, okay.
Disappointed with that.
Yeah. Quarter-final, knocked out Bilbao. Semi-finals when Real Madrid beat me, and it was an all-Madrid final, and Atletico Madrid won at the Nou Camp, interestingly enough. Okay. Round of 16 by Freiburg. That's when I was also eliminated by Liverpool. The knockout playoff round, I played in it and you didn't. I knocked out Atletico Madrid, which meant that in the league phase, you finished in the top half.
Oh, pleased with that.
I wonder what happens, like, because obviously Man City is your feeder club in this.
Yeah.
So obviously that won't be allowed to happen in real life, or whether they're letting it happen because it's Man City and they get away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for the comments to talk about that. Lost 2 there against Real Madrid and Dortmund. Drew to Lazio. But you won 5.
Yeah.
Oh, cracking win against
Yes.
Bayern Munich 4-3 and beat both the Turkish sides 4-0.
Pleased with that. Yeah.
Really good. Real Betis, I'm all the way down here. I lost 3 games. I lost to Bayern Munich 5-1. Also lost to Anfield and Benfica.
So he lost to Liverpool twice. They
Yeah.
knocked you out, didn't they?
Drew to Partizan, that shouldn't be happening. But I did win 4 games and I beat Lazio at home quite comfortably.
Oh, you went to hell and won.
Galatasaray and won 2-1.
That's a good result.
Yeah. Interesting season then. Okay, Dab, Ron Girona, your goals, that's a lot better.
Yes.
31.
50 from 2 players. That's what you're
Casagrande.
looking at, aren't you?
Yeah. And now you should have Cuvello back, who didn't play that many games, but you've got him in the side for next season because I think Alexandro is no longer a non-EU. He comes in as a Spanish player now, so you'll be all right there. And Carlos
Wonder what's
Castro's
gonna
looking
happen
really
next
good.
then. Wonder what's gonna happen next.
Take a man's. Hey, say goodbye to this. Be the last time you'll see it. Transfer budget, you got 25 million.
Big wage budget, though. That.
Oh, yeah.
So push it up a little bit more.
Yeah, probably about 40 million.
Yeah.
Let's have a look then at mine. So, goals-wise, 29 from Charles Such. You got 20 from Horn Tents. Isamero, what a season he's had. 19 and 23. That's my left-sided winger.
Yeah.
My right-sided winger, 15 and 24. So, with both of them on the defensive wingers, doing very well. Those roles are just so good. Del Pierre having 12 goals from centre-back. That's huge.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's amazing. So I'm really happy with that. Transfer budget, 47 million. That's good.
Yeah.
There's definitely a couple of positions that I do need to kind of improve and step up compared to what I've got right now. I'm thinking possibly that second striker. Sorry, I've got Horn Tents, who's okay, but he's not amazing. If I can get another player equal to the level of Carlos Such, I should be trying to retain the title quite nicely next season. But okay, let's have a look at the points. So after season number 3, Omega Luke picked up another 5 points, and Omega Dad only picked up the 1. That means that the total points are now Omega Luke with 9 and Omega Dad with 2. Okay, start of the transfer window. I brought in 3 players. Found a bit of a bargain too.
Yeah.
But I did sell a few players, not to mention Gabriel Silva, who of course scored a lot of goals in my first season, and that goalkeeper that I got on a free last year. I got a young goalkeeper come through, so I decided to let him go because he was unhappy anyway, and it gave me another £20 million. So the players I did bring in, this was the bargain, 7 million. Mental.
Yeah.
26 years of age as well, so he's kind of in his prime. He has already picked up an injury, but that's just, I think all of my... Anytime I sign somebody new, August, they are getting injured, like straight away. But yeah, he's got a lot of flair and bravery. I like the look of him. Then I spent £43 million. I said I wanted to bring in a new striker. This is the guy that I managed to find from Serbia. Some really good attributes there, especially like dribbling on the ball. He is fantastic. So he's obviously going to help up front there. And finally, Venturelli, who is a right back or right centre back, who I've picked up, Italian from Bayern Munich. He's only 5'10 and not very good at jumping, but I bought him more for the right back position anyway. And he's got 2 assists in 2 player of the matches already from right back. So it's been really good, to be fair. So the best 11 does see this little change. It sees Such go to the pressing forward instead of the advanced forward, where my new striker, Majstrovic, has actually gone in, but that's absolutely fine. Fernandez has still kept his position there, although I think Danaman is going to fight him for it, really. He did play 4. He started the first 4 games that we played before he did get injured, so I think it will stick with that as we go along. Dad, you brought in one player.
Yeah.
Quiet window.
I don't have a lot of money to spend, so I got rid of a couple of players and got one player in. I just needed to strengthen my defence up. So this is the guy I brought in, left-sided, so it just covers the left back as well. But he's just to strengthen the defence up.
And a change of the tactic.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of a tinkle, that's all. Just brought one player back into the midfield, hopefully making my midfield a little bit stronger. That's all I've tried to do.
Okay, let's have a look at the schedule then to see how results have been played out. So you've got Real Madrid next.
Yeah.
I've already played them. We'll
Yes.
see how I got on against them in a second. But you did draw against Osasuna 0-0. The rest of the fixtures have been really friendly for you. They're good 3-2, 4-0 and a 2-0.
I think the next game is my tester, really.
Yeah.
So
See how you play out
Yeah.
against them. Champions League, you got Rennes to begin with. Ugh, I hope you actually beat them for once. Milan and
Bit of
Chelsea in the middle.
I feel there's a bit of an easier draw than I've had in the last couple of seasons, so I'm
Yeah.
quite happy with that one.
Let's have a look at my fixtures. As I mentioned, I've played Real Madrid. I'll beat them 4-0. Great start to the
Not
season.
looking good, is it?
I don't know whether they've sort of like stepped off since Graham Potter's come in and Deschamps left.
When you look at
they've
the team, you wouldn't have
struggled.
thought so, would you?
No, but Barcelona have been the one pushing me in second place.
Yeah.
Athletic Bilbao, I beat them 5-2 away from home, 3-0 against Levante, and 1-0 against Alaves. I've only conceded in one of the games. My Champions League fixtures, I've got to play Real Madrid again. Bayern Munich and Juve at the end there. Not too bad.
Harder draw than mine, I
Yeah.
think that is, yeah.
Not too bad, though. But okay, season number 4. I've took a slight advantage after that league win. Can Dad catch up and see how we do at the end of this season? 4th season, Dad. You've won the league.
I needed that one.
Do you know what? I didn't think either of us were going to win the league. Somehow both of us have.
And we're still in the top 3 as well.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing as well. Again, so we split the two big teams again.
Yeah, I lost on the final, or I drew on the final day of the season, which meant that Real Madrid went above me, I guess, on... Can't be head-to-head, surely, because I stuffed them 4-0.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
You won the league, 4 losses. One of them was against me. Actually, you lost against the 4 best teams
In the league, yeah.
in the league, really. And the 5 losses that I had, I lost to Real Madrid, lost to Barcelona, lost to yourself. So we've got a loss each against, or win each against each other. Goals-wise, both our players are up there, 21 and 20. Not the player I thought would be up there, whereas Carlos Such gone. He hasn't scored this season, whereas hasn't scored as many, whereas the guy that I did actually sign has 24 clean sheets. Mental.
14 games you conceded to go in.
Yeah.
Only
That's
14 games.
crazy. I'm buzzing with that. That's very good.
And you still didn't win the league.
No. You had a good goal difference, though, 65. So you've stormed it somehow. Very well done. 92 points.
That's put me right back in it now, innit?
Points-wise, that's really good.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
4 points for that. 5 for actually beating me. 5-1 at the minute. But have I won a cup competition? We're on Real Betis. Oh! Oh no, I did win one cup. The Copa del Rey is the first time we've done it.
I just needed you not to win anything. And you nearly won everything.
It could have been a lot worse for you.
Oh, if you had won that one, that's the game over. It wouldn't have for me.
Yeah. That was Napoli in the final there. Napoli. I should be beating Napoli. I don't even know who that is. A Real Betis C player. Scored in the final for me.
You must have had a few injuries in
I
this.
must have, yeah.
Probably the final then, really.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. What about the Copa del Rey then? Who did I beat in the final? Atletico Madrid. That was a 3-1 win as well. So nice and comfortable there. Finally, one of us has won the cup. It was 3-0 into the 95th minute as well. Well, 93rd minute. I scored scored my third there. But okay, that's another 3 points to add. Let's see. You got to the 3rd round by Real Zaragoza.
Yeah, not really
And
good
round
at
of
all.
16 by Inter Milan.
Yeah, didn't do very well at all in the cups this season.
League phase, I finished in the top
you've
8.
done
Lost to Bayern Munich. Drew to Bayer Leverkusen.
German side's
Won
done,
the
yeah.
other 6. I beat Real Madrid again, 4-0.
It's twice you beat them 4-0, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You beat them at the beginning of the season 4-0.
Yeah. You lost 3 games, Dad. Napoli, who
They
beat
went on
me
to
in the
win,
final, went on to win it. Chelsea and Rennes.
They're a good side.
Yeah.
They're a good side, Rennes.
I've heard.
I do like the Rennes.
Still, I appreciate everybody who's been messaging me every time you beat Rennes.
Yeah.
I
I
like
can't
it
beat
every
them
time.
both.
5 wins, though. Lens, who we've just discovered, didn't beat Real Madrid the other day. It was Lille.
Yeah.
Dad thought it was Lens. It wasn't. It was Lille. Copenhagen, AC
I had a
Milan,
late night that night.
AEK and Osijek. That meant you went into the knockout playoff round. You beat Juve in that.
Yeah, I've done well for that game.
But that was when you come up against Inter Milan in
Yeah.
the round of 16. I knocked out Newcastle at that point, 2-1, after going 1-0 down in the first leg. Quarterfinal, I knocked out Manchester City, your feeder club.
It's a big one, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Who'd have knocked out in the semi-final? Inter Milan. We would have faced each other in the semi-final should you have progressed. You didn't. And I got to the final.
Oh, that's the way
Not
it goes,
bad.
innit? Yeah, good season for you. You sort of kept yourself ahead there.
Yeah, makes it very interesting. So we're on yourself there. We got 27 goals for Casagrande. Aguirre's got 23 as well. Carbello, his first season in a Girona shirt properly.
Yeah.
15 goals and 5 assists.
Yeah, pleased with that.
Arnold Castillo did all right as well. Ray Hodgson still getting 21 assists. That's not bad. Your budget sucks, though.
God.
16 million after winning the league.
I can't even buy a player for that, really, to improve that team.
No,
That's why I
poor.
only bought one player last season, wasn't it?
However, goals-wise to me, 31 from Majtovic. That's really good. I'm surprised by how well he's done there. I think that advanced forward role is the role that benefits whoever's playing in that position more than the pressing forward, because it seems like the pressing forward always gets the second amount, which is what Carlos Such has done there. Unai Goni, 19 goals and 13 assists. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
For a player who doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. But both wingers are doing really well there. I'm happy. My transfer budget,
100 million more than me. 100 million.
yeah, but you've been getting more budgets than I have.
Not by 100
So
million.
finally,
You
I've
just
got
put
a
all
nice
of them
one.
together, and then you just got it now, haven't you?
Finally got a good budget. It's game time now. Let's have a look at the points. So in season number 4, Omega Luke got 4 points in total, and Omega Dad got 5, meaning the total points now is Omega Luke with 13. And Omega Dad with 7. 6 points going into this final year then, Dad.
Yep.
Let's have a look
close.
at who you've brought in. So a couple of players have left the club, including the one you loaned to Spurs last season. Another
I
player
didn't have
going
much choice of
there.
that. He was going, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'd like to have kept him, but he wanted to go.
Boubacar Kone came in, £54 million. I actually looked at this guy as well
Yeah.
because he looks phenomenal.
Yeah, he looks good, yeah. I basically got this one. My strike force is very good, but I never had a reserve striker, so
Yeah.
I had to get this guy in just to sort of be a reserve one, really.
And he didn't count as a foreign player or non-EU because he has a second nationality of France, which obviously is in the EU. But I like the fact that he can play both there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very versatile. I like that. And then finally, you've got Noah Atibolo. Of course, you signed a keeper. And of course,
My reserve
one of your
keeper wasn't
favourites.
very good, and he actually played a few times last season, so I just wanted to make sure I got a good reserve keeper in. And you don't get much better than this guy, really, I don't think. I know he's quite old, but he'll do.
yeah, you can tell it's last season, spending £26 million on a 36-year-old.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Let's have a look at the players that I've brought in then, because I've had a bit of a busy summer as well. No players really went out to note other than we've got Facundo Fernandez, who left for 20 million, and Miguel Cunha, 2 backup players there, give me an extra 30 million pound to mess around with. So first off, I brought in Mendieta, 36 million pound. I needed a new left back. That was the main position that I wanted to go for this transfer window. Brought him in from Leverkusen for 36 million. Rogerio Santos is a good option there who can play left midfield. Doesn't have a second nationality or anything, so a non-EU player, but I think I only had one in my side anyway. And then finally, we've got 2 more coming in. Ray Nilsson, who is another Brazilian from Benfica. It must be this one. Yeah, he's Portuguese as well, so he doesn't count as a non-EU player. £26 million. But then Nohum Kutan from West Ham. Manchester City were after this guy, but I beat him to it. It's another left midfielder, although he just broke his ankle.
Oh, I didn't.
Every time I sign a player. So,
That might be just in my favour.
yeah, £77 million. He got 2 assists already from that left midfield spot. It's really annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a feeling as well, he broke his ankle against Barcelona, his old side, because that's the last team I played against.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Tactically, I've changed it around just a little bit because the ball winning midfielder role in there, we don't really have a player who can do that. Now we've got a centre midfield on attack. We've got 3 or 4 players who can do that. Even my other backup left midfield is out with a twisted ankle. So
And then your left back's got sending off.
yeah, he's sending off. My whole left side's screwed at the minute. It's not going well, but there we go. Now, tactically, of course, I have made a little change. This tactic has been very dominant, as of course his dad's 4-4-2 that he's done. People are going to be wanting them. If you want it, it's on the save game file that I'll be putting on the Patreon or channel members. Like I always do, it's on the £5 tier if you want to get your hands on these tactics or just mosey around the save game file. Maybe you want to carry on and carry on rebuilding our sides. That's always an option as well. Let's have a look down at your tactic.
Didn't
No
change
change.
Won the league, didn't I?
You did indeed.
What would I want to change
Yeah,
it for?
That's never stopped you before, let's be fair.
I just couldn't buy any players that I thought would make me change it.
No,
so
it's true. So schedule then. Let's have a look at the side. You've done very well to begin with. 5 wins from 5.
I'm winning games by 1 goal, though.
Yeah,
That's
every
what I'm
single
worried
one's by
about, yeah.
1 goal. Because
But
it's,
then 3 points is 3 points, mate, isn't it?
it is indeed.
A win's a win.
Champions League fixtures. Let's see them. We've got Newcastle in there, Ajax, Munich and Porto. Real Madrid at the end. Why are we playing Real Madrid so much?
Oh, I
It's
don't know.
weird. Okay, my fixtures instead then. I've also won all 5. I've just beaten Barcelona 3-1 as well.
That's a result, isn't it?
So that's where my sending off and my injury came in there.
You look at your home games, 8-0, 6-1, and then 3-1.
Yeah.
I mean, you've played a big team and beat them. I
Yeah.
haven't played any really big yet, and I'm only beating teams by 1.
Yeah, so it's been a cracking start
Good
for me.
start, yeah.
Champions League wise, I have got Inter Milan in there, Lens, Barcelona. So you got Real Madrid, I've got Barcelona, and I've got to host Liverpool as well. So it's very close in terms of our squads. Points wise, I do have a slight advantage, but it's the final season. Can Dad catch me up? Let's simulate it and find out. Season 5, and I win the league again. You had 97 points, so you gave it a good shot.
97 points, and I didn't win the league. I can't believe my luck there. I mean, you can see the line across.
Yeah, I
it.
never came down from first.
You're first the whole
Even
season.
on week 1.
So I chased you the whole season, and you just didn't drop off at all.
Nah, because you were some way ahead of Barcelona. We
Yeah.
certainly got rid of the El Clasico clubs.
Yeah, I think
Which
that's
was
the
our
first
main
time
target.
we finished first and second, isn't it? So
Yeah.
our target was there. We'd done it at the end.
Yeah, we finally got above them, both of us at the same time. I only lost 2 games all season. One of them was against you. So you do get a point back for beating me.
Yep.
Only 1-0 losses. Only conceded 16 goals.
That's why you stayed top the whole season, wasn't
Yeah.
it? You know, the 2 games you lose, you only lose 1-0, so you only just lost them as well.
One of the teams I conceded against was a Getafe 3-0. 3-0, sorry. So
Yeah.
I conceded 3 goals against Getafe.
You didn't
I must have
lose
been
against-
winning games.
I didn't lose against you at all,
Without
though.
scoring. Let's have a look at the top scorers then. So Don Raleigh, who I've never seen on this before, has managed to get 33 goals. That's insane. Casagrande, your striker there. That was a good buy from you, really,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
23. Carlos Such had 20 as well, but I think my other striker did quite well in terms of that. 25 clean sheets, though. Defensively, this tactic is a monster.
13 games. I think the last season we had 15 games. You
Yeah,
went?
yeah.
14 games, something like that. So you had 2 good seasons, really, didn't you?
Very good. We're on Real Betis still. Did I cap it off with a trophy? No. Okay.
Have you let me in?
Well, I got 4 points out of it. You've already got 1. You were 6 points behind.
If I could win both the cups,
Then you would probably win. Yeah.
Come on.
Let's find out then. How did you get on? Oh, runners up. Didn't quite do it, which means points wise, I have 1. But you've had an unbelievable season.
Bridesmaids, you don't get nothing for being a bridesmaid, though.
No, they don't. Quarterfinal exit by Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. But runners up in the penalties in the Champions League.
What
Wow.
we're going to take from this, though, is we've done our challenges. We split the 2 top teams in Barcelona and Real Madrid, but we also got to the Champions League finals. Both of us.
Both of us, yeah.
So I think really we picked really 2 good teams here, and we've done really well to do what we've done.
Oh, it's been an unbelievable, fantastic
Yeah.
rebuild for both teams, really. 22 goals. Rufus B. Whoa. 22 to 9. Which was my other good striker that I had, who's done quite well for me. That is absolutely insane. So yeah, outside of that, it's been great. I mean, let's have a look at the Champions League in terms of the league phase.
If he scored 22 for Arsenal,
Yeah.
and they didn't get to the final,
I know.
what happened?
They finished in 3rd place there. They even lost the game there to Chelsea. But you lost 2. You lost to Barcelona and Inter Milan. No, sorry, I lost 2.
Yeah.
You lost 2 as well to by Leverkusen and by Munich. You also drew to Porto, which meant we both went into the round of 16. I was knocking out Dortmund 3-0 on aggregate. You were knocking out Benfica 7-5 on aggregate. Quarterfinals when I was eliminated by Man City on penalties. You were knocking out Leverkusen. You can see why he's scoring loads, look.
Yeah.
They faced Rennes. Then they went to the semi-final where you knocked them out 4-3.
He didn't score enough
Which-
against me, though, did he?
Yeah, you almost played your feeder club in the final. That would have been
weird.
funny.
Yeah.
Good tournament overall for both of us, but very good for you, Dad, getting to the final. Now, goals-wise, 31 for Casagrande, 23 for Curbelo. If you were to carry it on, 11 million. Good job, really. We only did 5. 33 goals from my Storovic, and 34 Carlos Such. Danaman has had a really good year now that I've changed it to a midfield, centre midfield on attack. That little change has seemed to work really well in terms of the league. So this tactic is going to be available when you get the save game file. So make sure you give that a blast. But overall, really good. £72 million should you take over at Real Betis. Let's have a look at the final points tally. In season number 5, Omega Luke got 4 points. And Omega Dad, despite getting to a Champions League final, only got 1. Meaning the total points are Omega Luke with 17 and Omega Dad with 8. I feel like the points flattered me massively there.
I can't believe that last season I've done really well, didn't I? 97 points, Champions League final.
Yeah.
And I got 1 point.
9 points ahead flatters me definitely because, you know, although I did win the league a couple times compared to the one that you did win.
I just think that was such a good challenge that we put out there, and we've done it so well.
Yeah.
You know, all right, you look at the points. I got a bit of an hammering, but I think how we done there, especially that last season there, we just demolished Barcelona and Real Madrid. And what you didn't see on screen there was I beat Real Madrid in the Champions League 6-0 on their ground.
I mean, we were giving them tonkins, weren't we?
I mean,
it
you've
was
done them
ridiculous.
4-0 twice as well, didn't you?
5-0, you beat them in the league there. Then you played them in the Super Cup, drew 2-2, but then right after beat them 6-0
on their ground. So we were giving them tankings as well.
So they were taking hammerings against us, which was fun to see, really. So I drew against them on the final game of the season 1-1. Obviously, I'd already won the league at that point. Beat them the other game at their place 2-1. And I also beat them in the Super Cup there. Did I play them in the league? I didn't play them in the Champions League, did I? No. So I played Barcelona.
We took the big guns on and we've done them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you come out the better teams, are well done.
We were 10 years into the future. They were still dominating. We've done really well in those 5 years. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy rebuilds just like this, where we go into the future, maybe we'll do another one before FM25 comes out. Or if you've got any other ideas, let us know down in the comments section. But if you've always wondered, hey, why don't you start unemployed and race each other to the Champions League, then we've got episode 1 up on screen for you right now. Make sure you come and see me at Comic-Con on the 27th of October. I'll be really looking forward to meeting you all there, and I'll see you soon for another rebuild. Bye-bye.
Bye.